Our business is unique because we look at the mind, the brain, and the body. Traditional medicine, when it comes to anything related to your mind, only looks at your symptoms. You need to get to the root cause if you want to have a happier, healthier life. The high performance paradox. This is when you work very hard and you get rewarded for working very hard. But you don't renew, you don't refresh. And next thing you know, you're in my office with crippling anxiety, trouble sleeping, irritability, problems in relationships, and you don't know where to start. And I'm here to tell you, it's deeper than your thinking mind. You not only have to shut off your mind, but you have to tell your brain and your body that there's not a fear or a stressor. And when you are a high performance individual and you're working harder than everybody else and you're further than everybody else and you start spinning your wheels, the last thing you want to do is fall short. We can help you look at your mind, your brain, and your body. Start at the root cause and stop chasing the symptoms. Spirituality and mindfulness is an excellent tool. I want you to imagine trying to be mindful in a building. It's quiet, you get into your state, and suddenly you smell smoke. That is your fight or flight response kicking in saying there is a danger. Unfortunately, people don't get to be very mindful because we ring that alarm, that bell, that fire over and over and over every day with little stressors. The fight or flight response is way bigger than just being chased by a bear. And what happens is when we go into the fight or flight response, whether it's being late, stuck in traffic, a child or a spouse or somebody saying something that we don't like, our brain shuts off. The prefrontal cortex that lets us make good decisions, let us analyze things, emotional stability, judgment, impulse, all this is gone. Does this make sense? Because if you're being chased by a bear, you don't need to know how to do an Excel spreadsheet. You don't need to know how to be politically correct. You need to survive. So we're going through our daily life trying to survive instead of succeed. The vision I have was started by a doctor named Daniel Amen, and he's one of the only people looking at the organ that he treats when it comes to mind and brain health. Traditional medicine, as you know, you're handed a pill. Pills have side effects. There's also 7 different patterns of anxiety alone. How do you know which one you're getting? How do you know if the pill is going to work for you because no one's looking at your brain? This is going to be troubling when you take it to your doctor. Think about chiropractics 20 or 30 years ago. They didn't exist. Now they're on every corner. The field of psychophysiology is where I am coming from. We look at the mind, the brain, and the body. The mind can trigger the brain can trigger the body, and then we can look with equipment at what your body's doing when you're relaxed versus when you're stressed. And you can actually see with your own eyes what your insides are doing, like when you take your temperature or you check your heartbeat. This is biofeedback in action. You've all done this. It's not scary. You just don't have anybody yet showing you in the mainstream, and that's my mission. To know about me, I'd like to let them to know that I'm genuine, and I'm real, and I'm full of stories, and I might talk longer than I'm supposed to because I'm passionate about mind and brain health. I do have some statistics, but more of it is just moving people to a new reference point and saying, if you saw what your brain is doing, could you be more productive? $300 billion is wasted on stress and anxiety and healthcare costs. 60% of the people that have anxiety are not being treated. My method, it's not a treatment, it's a training. If you learn how to self-regulate your brain and your body and your mind, you don't need a treatment anymore. Stop depending on a pill. Ditch the pill, learn the skill.